Good evening and welcome to Loddon Valley Leisure Centre. We're back. The 23-24 season. Pre-season is underway. I'm joined by my very good friend, Ben Fisher. Ben, how are you, buddy?
Good evening. It is great to be back here at Loddon Valley. Second season. And what a turnout for this pre-season game. Wow. Not often you see that, but yeah, the Rockets faithful are out in force and looking forward to seeing some new guys on the floor tonight.
Yeah, I was hearing that Tuesday of this week there were over 300 tickets sold Tuesday this week, which is I wouldn't say close to capacity. That's nearly going to fill up the main stand here at the Valley. So the Rockets faithful, as you say, in like we like to say, mid-season form already.
Well, yes, and more people here than probably a Carabao Cup game for sure. So yeah, great to see.
We're joined this evening by our friends from across the pond. The USA Select team are over. And Ben, you know about the long-standing relationship with the USA Select team. Just tell us a little bit more about it.
Well, yes, Sean Kilmartin, who heads up the Team USA Select programme, has become a great friend of the club and of our CEO, Matt Johnson, who has been over to the States doing some work with Sean this summer. And yeah, it's always one of the first things to go in the calendar. And it's great to have these guys come over, not only just play our Division 1 men's team in their opening friendly game, but also to work with some of our junior players as well. It was great to see a little clinic just before the warm-up started. So yeah, it's almost like a 20-year history with Team USA Select. So it's great to have them over.
As I have just handed the team sheets fantastically, the information, not as on time as I would have liked, but it's here nonetheless. We're just getting ready for some intros in the house. If anybody doesn't really know what the USA Select team is all about, a touring team from the US, as Ben says, long-standing relationship with the Reading Rockets. These are players who are out of college or out of a pro contract, and they're here on the tour, ideally to see if they can be picked up by a club. So it's really a shop window, if you like. So it's a big roster, lots of people to see. So we'll have a chance to go through everybody later on. As I say, there are a lot of players in the roster, so we'll do our best to cover everybody. And as much as I've done a bit of research and information, I don't have information on everyone. So if you are on the live stream and want to fill me into any gaps on any of the players, feel free to send them over. As I say, I've got some information on as many as I could, but if there are gaps, give us a shout out, especially where you're checking in from, because hopefully we've got plenty of people from across the pond dialing in and joining us here at the Valley. As we see the Team USA Select come onto the floor. Ben, how's prep going for the Reading Rockets?
Yes, they've been back in training this week. First session was on Tuesday, and all but one of the roster is in. Isaac Round is away today with the England under-18 team, so he's not suiting up. But two of the juniors, one under-19, Harry Milbank, making his debut, and one under-17 player, under-16 Premier player last year, Lorenzo Elliott, is also suiting up, which is a testament to Samit Nurizadeh and his thinking in terms of promoting young talent. And it will be also really great to see some of the new guys on the court this evening, and I'm sure we will talk about them. But prep's gone well as it can do, I think, in the first week. I think the guys are looking forward to playing their first competitive and pre-season game, and I think they'll just go from strength to strength.
Yeah, very brief chat with Coach Nurizadeh pre-game, and he was, although I had a few chats with Josh Thorne, who's Lorenzo's coach, he was, really upbeat about him. So I mentioned him quite early in the conversation, and I think he will feature this evening. He's really pleased with where he is at his kind of development in a minute, so we'll get a chance to check in with that. The Rockets juniors have been over in Valencia, haven't they, on the Erasmus tour? So you were there, taking a holiday, I think. So how was your time off?
Well, first of all, the H word is banned, as it wasn't a holiday. And second of all,
it looked like a holiday.
Some of the time off was false. But it was a fantastic trip. What an opportunity for our young academy players, especially in pre-season, just to start off together for 2 weeks, training every single day in the magnificent L'Alqueria training facility in Valencia, a 9-court facility, and an 8,000-seater arena next door, and then a 15,000-seater the other side that's being built. So it's definitely the place to be in Europe. It's one of the finest training facilities, and it was just a real privilege for us to be able to train there. And yeah, like the tour was awesome. Guys were able to bond, and I think they've got a really healthy and positive start ahead of the 2023-2024 season.
Yeah, the trip looked amazing. Really good to see. You know, it's just such a good experience early in the year. Helps bring the guys together. The Valley feels really loud. Just to turn up our headsets a little bit because Bailey Boom has got them going early doors, and it's loud in here as we see Lewis Champion and co hit the floor. Mitch Clark, Aussie Imports, in tonight. Elijah Maynard also. How's he look pre-season?
Yeah, it's been good to have him in, the former Barking Abbey player. Lefty wing. I think he'll provide some much-needed scoring after the departures of Troy Cracknell and Jemiah Jenkins from last year, so it'll be interesting to see how he fares. But I've been impressed with Mitch Clark so far. Dual passport and a really good shooter as well. And whenever I see good shooters,
You're a fan.
I am a fan. So he'll probably go 0 for 6 this evening.
Yeah, Curse is in play early doors.
Finn, I was just about to say, Finn Porter getting a massive cheer from the Rockets faithful. That's great to see, and I'm absolutely delighted to have Finn back for a second. Or the Rockets are delighted to have Finn back for a second season. I think he did really well last year, progressed really well, really fulfilled his role, and I think he's got an even bigger role to play this season.
Totally agree, and we're going to be about 3 minutes from tip once the intros are done as Bailey gets the crowd on their feet. This is a good time to share the live stream. We're live on the Reading Rockets YouTube channel, especially if you're across the pond and have ex-teammates or friends or family even in this game. Make sure you share the link out. Let's get as many people watching as possible. Always quite a good atmosphere when we get a good community going in the live stream. If you are in the UK or Europe or anywhere outside the US, also share live stream. We were a game time decision whether we'd go live this evening. The folks at Loddon Valley have really worked hard on some of the tech. We've got hopefully some more reliable and stable internet this year, and we'll have less of Wi-Fi routers up of trees, and hopefully this will be a great thing for the future.
Well, quite, and in the words of Martin Tyler, and it's live with 3 minutes to go.
You'll be banned from this live stream if you keep that up. I'll tell you that now. So yes, if you are anywhere else in the world, give this stream a share, whether you've seen it on socials, whether you can send it out on WhatsApp. Give it a share. Let's make sure that we are as wide as we can get. Let's get as many people in. We are as good as a full house as you will see here. There are people behind the rim. The main stand is full. So anybody who didn't think that the UK's got hoops, we've got some hoops in Reading and we're doing things right.
Yeah, isn't it amazing? It's the 1st of September. It's the start of a new season. You know, like junior training hasn't even got going yet. The schools are not even back yet, and we've got nearly 500 people here at the Valley. It's absolutely fabulous to see, and this place is rocking.
Yes, it is. And if we've got time, we'll go through the rosters. Like I said, the Team USA Select roster I will go through fairly quickly because of the sheer volume of players on it, and the Rockets are a slightly more condensed roster. Before we get those up on screen and we go through them, I'll just start to read. Jordan Harrison wears 3, Landon Cantu wears 4, Philip Gill wears 5, Lawrence Pointer in 6, Aaron Ramos is in 7, Braden Young in 8, Bradley Grimes in 9, Jerron Washington Thomas is in 10, Justin Johnson 11, Vaughan McCall wears 12, and this is the guy who I think will be the danger man for the USA Select team. Ryan Evans in 13, Chris Johnson in 14, Isaiah Mason 15, Xavier Johnson 16. James O'Core is 17 and Sam Williams wears 19. For the Reading Rockets today, as I say, a little bit of a condensed roster. Harry Milbank wears 4, Reece Pinnock in 5, Lewis Champion wears 7, Mitch Clark in 8, Elijah Maynard 10, Lorenzo Elliott's in 12, Finn Porter in 13, Zach Powell wears 14, and Christian Alexander wears 15. And as many people will know, the coach is Samit Nurazadeh. So, as we get ready for tip, we'll have a quick look. As I say, I don't think we have live stats this evening, so we will do our best to do the eye test. It looks like Xavier Johnson, Vaughan McCool, Isaiah Mason, that's Philip Gill, it's Braden Young in 8. And Jerron Washington Thomas in 10. As I say, I will warm up this evening. It's pre-season for Fish and I as well, and the USA Select team is a brand new roster for me. So as I say, I think the one to watch if you are the neutral or the UK visitor to the live stream, in my humbling opinion, Vaughan McCool, who is in 12 from Flagler in Florida. 4-year starter, co-freshman of the year there, averaged double digits in all 4 seasons and got as high as about 18 points a game. Looks like he can really go. So if you are looking for someone to follow for the USA Select, McCool wears 12. Starters for the Rockets are Clark, Champion, Porter, Powell,
and Maynard.
And Maynard, sorry, I couldn't see the last one. Thanks, Fish. Tips up, and we are underway. Zach Powell will control first for the Rockets on this left wing. Champion looks for an early 3. Reverse the ball through Clark, back to Powell. He gets a paint touch, tries to dump it off to Porter. Probably could have taken the jumper himself. Early turnover for Rockets, and now we see the USA Select team. This is Young, he wears 8. Vaughan McCool in 12. Jerron Washington Thomas. Here's McCool again. Calls for a high screen. Turns the corner on Champion. Little bump and nearly gets the friendly roll as Vaughan McCool goes live for 2.
Yeah, good start, I think, by Team USA, attacking the rim early on. I think Zach Powell for the Rockets has been working very hard over the summer and probably could have finished at the rim or at least taken a baby jumper, but it's 2 shots to Team USA.
McCool banks his first. Saw a random article pop up on Twitter about the South Korean League or the Korean League. A number of players have started to shoot bank free throws and they're all shooting over 80%. Incredible.
Yeah, there's also when Coach Dan Pearson was here, he was teaching our academy guys a very interesting way of shooting free throws. I can't remember.
Was it the granny shot?
Yeah, it might well have been. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but anyway.
Here's Mitch Clark out of Perth, Australia. Into Maynard, the lefty wing, tries to turn the corner, defended well. Powell will try and touch, good help. There's a little bump and go. There's the little slip underneath this time from Porter with the easy to the rim.
Yeah, and that's a great bucket from Finn Porter, showing exactly what to do when teams, stunt heavily in the gap. Just cut the stunt, and Porter lays it in for 2.
This is Philip Gill in 5. I think I mentioned that he was wearing 8. It's Philip Gill in 5. Bit of block-to-block screen action, nothing doing. Corner, McCool thought about it, didn't get a good catch on it. And that will be the shot clock. And do you think that will play a role here? Obviously, the college shot clock in the US, 35, high school shot clock, let's not even talk about it because it's insanity. They don't have one in some states. Think it'll play a role in the quicker tempo?
Possibly, but I think these guys are kind of used to it, and they've got to train to it, especially if they're wanting to get contracts.
Maynard with the elbow pull going left. Good to see him get going earlier. Does he have that mid-range in his bag?
Yeah, I think he does. I think as being a left-handed shooter, he's gonna make some buckets for sure.
left-handies stick together. Here's Clark out and running. Rockets 4-on-2. Clark all the way to the rim, tries to get the roll, and that will be waved off as it's finished by Zach Powell. Maybe should have left it on the rim.
Yes, that was, well, I say definitely going in. We'd probably need VAR for that. But anyway, I think nice take by Mitch Clark, and he's showing he's not just a shooter. He can get to the rack and score as well.
To our US visitors, if Ben mentions VAR, it's a bit like a video review in the NFL. I'm bridging the gap here.
Nice.
Between I am the Atlantic Ocean.
Yes, but there are no challenges.
There are no challenges yet.
No coach challenges. Although I'm sure Coach Nurizadeh will challenge the officials at some point this evening.
You are exactly right. As Clark makes his last one at the free throw line. Here's McCool guarded by Powell. Reverses through Washington Thomas. Gill. High post into Chris Johnson. Loses it on the dribble and Rockets are out and running. 3-on-2 again. Here's Powell all the way to the rim. Looks to the lefty layup. Rockets early with an 8-1 lead.
Yeah, much better from Zach Powell, and that's exactly where he's very efficient in transition, getting to the rim off the left.
Gill down the lane, just doesn't get the lefty runner to go. Rockets out and running again, and it's Powell in transition, goes to the hesitation crossover. Maynard this time on the trail, and he goes bottom of the rim, and the Rockets lead this one 11-1. Just around 3 minutes gone in this first quarter, and Ben, all going to plan so far?
Yeah, quite a sprightly start by the Rockets. Looking good sort of defensively at the minute. I think Team USA a little bit static on the offensive end, but the Rockets getting out in transition and finding some open shots after some early difficulties against the Team USA defense. But yeah, forced the opposition into a timeout, and I think Coach Nurizadeh will be relatively pleased with the start his team has made.
We've seen Coach Nurizadeh coaching up Elijah Maynard there. I think these are good games for Coach, aren't they? Like to kind of get a feel for the guys and takes the pressure off a little bit of the wins and losses column.
Absolutely, and I think that's exactly what pre-season's about. It enables you to get into that groove, make mistakes, try different things, and just see what's working. And I know Coach Nurizadeh will have been working with his guys on a specific style of play this week, and he'll be looking to kind of embed that a little bit more.
Yeah, the quick chat with Coach pre-game, it felt like the defensive potential feels quite good for this group. You know, some good perimeter defenders, you know, some decent size in the interior now, adding Christian Alexander as well. How's he been pre-season?
Yeah, not too bad. I think that he will be one that progresses as the season develops. I think he's an excellent pickup from Newcastle. Some much-needed size for the Rockets, obviously with the departure of Jordan Jackson. So, yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing him come off the bench this evening.
Washington Thomas, this is McCool, who has the only points of the game for USA Select. He'll look to go one-on-one. Little step back, going left, back rims this one, and it's a rebound by Powell. No numbers this time, but Powell comes out to Maynard, who made his last three, and he buries another, but it's an early whistle. Looks like there's going to be some wholesale changes here for USA Select. Braden Young coming in, Xavier Johnson coming in, as well as a trialist.
Yes, or a select.
A select.
As it says on the back of his shirt.
19 is Sam Williams, who was not on my roster pre-game, but he's now on the roster.
And I'm very impressed with the A. trialist. Well
Did
done.
you like that one?
Yeah, very good.
Again, another reference that will not translate well.
Yes, that is true.
To the US. Either way, Maynard again, who made his last couple. He'll get the friendly roll on the 8-footer. Rockets extend their lead to 12, under 7 to go.
Yeah, good start by Elijah Maynard in a Rockets vest. Obviously his debut here at Loddon Valley.
Williams finds Young. Rockets defensively making this a little bit tricky. Here's McCool, finds a lane, little bounce pass inside, and again that one to go. And understandably, USA Select just a little bit disjointed at the minute.
Yeah, I think still pretty early in their tour. A lot of travelling for these guys, but I definitely expect a run from them at some point.
Clark with the dribble off the screen finds Champion. He finds a gap. This time dumped to Porter, who likes to go right. Would go with the hook.
And he'll be expecting me to say that's his traditional miss at the rim. So he's got that one out the way.
Is that a thing? Does he know that you say that on comms?
Yeah, he's picked that up with me. So
always difficult when you're
but
working.
I was thinking about watching what I say, but I don't think I will anymore.
Another miss from 3 from USA Select. 3-on-4 with the Rockets. Early handoff with Powell. He's got pretty deep. We'll just go to the turnaround and he'll make that one. Nice from Zach Powell.
That's some Wednesday afternoon shooting right there, Mark. Great to see Zach Powell with a tough turnaround jumper.
Is that a development drill with Coach Fisher?
Could well be, but I certainly won't be taking any credit for that. Far too athletic.
McCall down the lane. This time fades, hangs, doesn't get the roll, and that will be Champion's second foul as he fouls McCall this time on the left side of the rim. He will go out as we see some changes. Landon Cantu coming in. He wears 4. Alexander is in. Milbank is in. And early minutes for Lorenzo Elliott.
Yeah, and quite a proud moment for me here. It's almost like the Murray Walker moment when I got a lump in my throat. Harry Milbank and Lorenzo Elliott, 2 guys that have come through the Rockets ranks, and it's just amazing to see them on the court in this Division 1 friendly game.
Coach Josh Thorne tells me he is also in the house tonight, so he won't be in the comments like he normally is. And also proud moment for him, who's worked with Lorenzo last year in the under-16s Prem. This is Clark. Finds Powell on this left wing. Finds a lane, and he'll go all the way to the rim and one. And Zach Powell has a bounce in his step early in this first quarter.
Yeah, and that's what I feel Zach Powell can really offer the Rockets this season. As I say, he's worked so hard during this summer, and he's still got his best basketball ahead of him. And you can see that he's really trying hard to develop his game.
Maybe a bit of a presumptuous. It looks like he's worked on his body in the off-season. Looks like in good shape. Maybe put on a tiny bit of size. Don't know what your thoughts are. Maybe just speculation.
Yes, no, he has. He has indeed, and again, that's really good to see. I was actually just reading a message from Dan Pearson, who's checked in and is watching, and sending me a picture of one of the officials, who is in fact Coach Charlie Haynes, who's very, very kindly stepped in to officiate this evening due to it being the National Officiating Conference this weekend, so hardly any officials available.
Coach Pearson, thanks for checking in, mate. There's going to be a push. Oh no, he's not given. Going the other way is Mitch Clark with a bit of physicality. USA Select coaches suggesting a push, and I agree. It was a push.
And what a coaching team.
Tell me more.
Former WNBA player.
Correct.
I love it. Andrea Simpson, it's great to see her on the sidelines for sure. And what a role model for female athletes.
Clark off the high screen takes the bump and just slashes his way to the rim. USA Select still struggling from the floor. They're 20-3 down at the minute. Here's Landon Cantu, Braden Young. Doubled off the screen, will get all the way down the lane. Hammered and doesn't finish. Really nice from Braden Young as he gets all the way to the rack with the left hand.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscommunication between the 2 youngsters there. Elliott going for the high show, but needed to probably switch there. And Team USA drawing the help defense.
Analysis is always, Coach, absolutely spot on. You don't miss a trick.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I think I've missed lots of tricks.
If you are joining us today on the live stream, can't thank you enough for checking in for this first pre-season game for the Reading Rockets as we welcome our friendly visitors from across the pond, Team USA Select. It is full here at Loddon Valley. What an absolute statement of popularity of hoops here in the West Berkshire area. If you're joining us on the live stream from anywhere in the world, very much appreciated. Feel free to put in where you are joining us from. Always good to know how far the stream is reaching. Bit of end-to-end action here as Pinnock thought about his first shot. gets deep. Nothing doing on the challenge, and now Team USA out and running. That was Williams' corners. Cantu, he can't get it to go. Bit of a scramble, and USA Select come up with it. Here's Young, handoff with Cantu. Needs to push one up, gets a foul, and that's a tricky one on the bailout. And again, that's probably the change in shot clock feeling. It's a reset, but of course here doesn't fully reset. Yeah. Shorter time clock.
But also quite a smart play with the defender that close to be able to pull up and the defender going into the guy. Definitely 2 shots.
Landon Cantu will make his first. Can hear a real buzz.
Oh, Nobro are in. Fantastic.
Nobro now. We'll get on to Nobro in a bit, but Atlanta, Georgia, very much in the house, or on the tube as we are. Partners, Nobro. You'll hear a lot about them in this upcoming year. The partnership and friendship of Rockets continues to grow. Athletic wear and more. Specialists. Here's Milbank. Thought about the 3. 1 dribble. Fish will like this if it goes, and just goes off the left. Alexander is a big body and turns it round, the lefty hook, and that's probably what you've seen a bit of in pre-season.
You know what, I was just thinking a couple of possessions before, Alexander needs to do a better job rebounding. I feel he was had a couple of lapses at the defensive end, but that is certainly what he can bring, and it's a really positive finish at the rim for him.
This is Aaron Ramos coming into the game. He wears 7. If my research is correct, I've got him as an El Paso, Texas native. Could be wrong.
Oh, El Paso. Lovely.
Not like the sauce.
Ah, okay.
In the
thank
UK.
You for clarifying.
A place, a bit like Bowling Green, also a place.
Yes.
Not a Bowling Green like you would find in England.
Yes.
USA Select currently down 22-7. On the back cut, that is Cantu with the layup. Better from USA Select. Pinnock on the baseline, spins, nothing doing. Finds his way to Zach Powell. He'll find Milbank again, dials this one up, back rims it, but good work from the young man to take the right shot.
Yeah, I think he's definitely taken 2 good shots. Good to see Zach Powell coming off the pick and roll, not panicking. There was still 14 seconds on the shot clock. Defense really, really sagging into the paint there. And, yep, I'm sure that a number of these shots will get knocked down as the game progresses.
Alexander back to the line. He's a big body, isn't he? Big body.
Yeah, he certainly is. And I think under the tutelage of Coach Nurizade, I think he'll actually really progress this season as well.
The stream is livening up. Colorado, USA in the house. One of my very good friends, US, was in Colorado. Wait and see number 2, Dominic Franklin. From New York City. Go Cantu, Landon Cantu from Washington State. Again, another one for us English folk. Washington, D.C., Washington State. Different places. Did you know that? No, you didn't. So I've helped you out. It's a free lesson for everybody.
Thank you.
Ramos with the behind the back inside. Flipped up backwards from 16. That's Xavier Johnson. He's fouled. I appreciate everybody from the US just checking in with where you're from, and as I say, really hoping that everybody gets to see the minutes of their friends and family and loved ones, and hopefully Team USA Select and get themselves back into this one. They're currently trailing 24-9.
Yeah, really good start by the Rockets.
Johnson makes his last one at the line, and Maynard back in as Lorenzo Elliott checks out. Did I get the name right?
You did.
Got to try and remember these new names. Alexander, this is Maynard going left off the screen and roll. Good lift from Pinnock. They'll go under 10 on shot clock, screen and roll. Pinnock tries the Euro step, just flips it up with the right, and that's Alexander again, and he is a big, big body down there and causing chaos, which is great to see. Charlie checking in at ref is amazing, by the way. Didn't even know. Did you know until, or did you?
Yes, well, I had asked 30 officials if they could ref this evening, so...
so you knew who the...
Yeah, I don't want to say we got down to Charlie, because that would be unfair to him, but as I say, very grateful for him.
I don't think he'd be unhappy if we said got down to him.
Yeah, very, very grateful for him stepping in, but really pleased for him because he'll be overseeing our WABL programme this season. So he's been with us now. This is his 4th year with us, and he's gone from strength to strength, and it's been amazing just to have him, you know, as part of, you know, an integral part of our junior development now. So yeah, great to see him here and helping out as he usually does.
Great shout out for Charlie there. USA select into the front court with Ramos now on this right wing. Gives a little jab, tries for a paint touch, a lot of physicality down there. That's Young going left. Bank not open at the minute. Powell finds Pinnock. Here's Powell again, goes to the double cross. Pinnock on this left wing, lots of jumping from USA select as the Rockets work the ball into Maynard, who doesn't get that one to go, and same team can't pull it. It will stay with the Rockets.
You know what I really like? I think there's a lot more patience in this Rockets team. They're not taking the first shot. They're really trying to make the defense work, keep the dominoes effect going. Whilst there's a baseline out of bounds, Sean Kilmartin is on, and it's great that Sean is able to join us watching on the stream.
He's stuck in a particularly British situation on rail strikes. Fantastic. Powell to the pull-up at the foul line, gets it to go, and Aaron Ramos from Stockton, California. Apologies, my research is terrible, so thanks for checking in from Stockton, California. Shelbyville, Tennessee, also here for Brad Grimes. He's wearing 9 this evening, I believe. Yep.
Yeah, great to see family and friends checking in.
5 on the shot clock. Young has to put this one up. He goes back rim. USA try to keep it alive, but it's Pinnock out and running. No numbers as the Rockets bigs just join the attack. Pinnock, though, he'll keep it and go left and finish with the little scoop.
What a great example for younger players in the sense of just slowing down in transition, waiting for something to happen, and then attacking again. Really good from Reece Pinnock there.
Hands and active hands from the Rockets, and there's going to be a no call at the midcourt as this will come back to the Rockets. This is 7, which is Ramos, I believe, which it is. Aaron Ramos with the corner 3. Stockton, California, I'll get that right.
Yeah, and Aaron Ramos rather than Sergio.
Indeed. Just under 30 seconds to go. Shot clock at 15 here for the Rockets. Back cut from Powell, high screen with Milbank. He'll get all the way inside, tries to put up the righty finish. Nothing doing, there'll be a foul 90 feet from the rim, and I think that'll be on Alexander, which it is, and that will be free throws.
Yeah, really like the fact that Milbank drove to the rim there, not afraid to do so. Just needs to back himself a bit more, believe in himself. He's worked really hard to gain this opportunity. Coach Nurizade a bit unhappy on the play because he was asking for a foul, and then the Rockets gave away a soft one, which has resulted in 2 shots with the home team being in the penalty.
My negative brain says that a bit of a stronger finish from Milbank there, and I think he probably gets the call. A little bit light on the finish.
Agreed, yep.
Nonetheless, won't be too unhappy with the take, and Nurizade will be unhappy with the foul 90 feet from the rim with under 20 seconds to go in this first quarter.
Positive minutes from Harry Milbank. He'll be a little bit disappointed he didn't manage to knock any of his shots down, but that'll definitely come. He's been tenacious defensively, and he's one of those guys that just gives absolutely everything every time he plays. So it's really good to see him get this opportunity.
Shot clock off, 12 seconds to go here. Here's Clark. Going to go high screen and roll with Alexander. Clark just goes the other way. Will dance all the way into Powell, who tries to chuck the left-handed stuff, but there's a foul underneath before that. Fouls on 11. Justin Johnson. Mitch Clark will go to the line. Still time for USA Select. Make or miss here. 4.9 on the game clock.
There we go. Misses his first free throw. I told you he was a good shooter.
Yep. You are, you know, commentator's curse up and running. To be very straight down the pipe on the second one. So
absolutely.
Here's Ramos going right, kick to the corner, and no time to get the shot off for Sam Williams, and that will wrap up our first quarter of action here. Reading Rockets lead 29-14 in this exhibition pre-season game, and although the scoreline is a 15-point delta at the minute, Team USA Select were down 20-3 at the halfway point, so have clawed their way, you know, relatively back into this one.
Yes, I think that defensively the Rockets are probably half a second off certain rotations. They're allowing USA to move the ball a little bit more freer and getting to the rim better. I think the Rockets, in terms of offense, yes, they've scored 29 points, but I think they found it a little bit difficult against the USA sagging defense, especially with their pick and roll continuity. So there are some things for the Rockets definitely to chew over at the end of this quarter. And yeah, let's see what happens in the second quarter.
I think we'll find as USA Select find their rhythm, and as you say, early in the tour for them, you know, sets and things like that won't be you know, fully up and running, so expect a little bit of disjointed play. But I think as they find the rhythm in the game, they'll want to get towards the, you know, towards the fourth quarter, close to an end game, and we'll see where they go with it. We've got some stats, Fish. Fantastic.
I know.
We are like rocking.
Well-oiled machine early on.
You know, you're joining the stream. This is the first game back for us. We are flying. I'm surprised.
All right, let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
Well, I have done. I have done. Points leaders for Team USA Select. Jordan Harrison has 4. Couple of guys on 2. That's Ramos and Young. McCall has 3, and Xavier Johnson has 3. Rockets are led by Elijah Maynard with 7, and Zach Powell with 9. Bit of Coolio in the background.
Yes.
Gangster's Paradise, family-friendly atmosphere here.
Very much so.
Here's Powell on the left wing. Goes to the crossover, gets inside. It's kicked by PJ Gill. Good dive on the floor, and Gill's off and running if he can pick this one up. And it's Champion's 3rd foul for the push in the back. A little bit incidental, and I don't think you'll get an intentional for that one. Or unsportsmanlike, is that what it is?
Yes, unsportsmanlike, but yeah, who knows?
I know. Not happening.
No.
No.
Well, he's going to be subbed out, unfortunately for him.
Picks up his 3rd foul. Reese Pinnock checks back in. Probably was hoping to be spelled for a little longer after kind of the last 5 minutes of the first, but he's back in the game. And this is Gill, who wears 5. Who, if it is the correct Gill, spent some time at Division 1 ODU, which is Old Dominion University, as the one of the arch nemesis of my Virginia Commonwealth University Rams. So big rivalry for us too.
Oh, brilliant knowledge if that is the case.
If it is the case, I'll be making sure I uphold my end of the bargain of Ram Nation. I don't want to let them down.
Great defense there by Reese Pinnock.
Yeah, Pinnock plays McCall well, going right, just keeps his chest in front. It's a jump ball, but this will stay with USA Select. He'll just go a couple of cross screens. Corey Alexander just bodies that one across the lane. Chris Johnson will go to the hook, just flick one up, bat it around, and still there. Johnson takes it down again, and he's fouled, and the tenacious effort on the boards. Applauded by USA Select, and Coach Nurizadeh not happy with the rebounding of the Reading Rockets.
Yes, just saying, would his team awfully mind going and getting some rebounds? That would be good.
Yeah.
Any other famous Gills? Well, I'm thinking of Stephen Gill. What a player.
Yeah.
In terms of English basketball, obviously.
Yeah. There was an NBA Gill at some point, and I just can't remember his first name.
Let's put it out there to our...
I'm talking late 90s Gill, and I just can't remember what his first name was. I will have to Google it at some point. Here's Clark for the Reading Rockets. We're in the second quarter here, just under a minute gone. Reading lead 29-15. Maynard looked for Porter on the roll, but he sort of shallow rolled that one and didn't go all the way to the rim. Here is Gill, who we were speaking about. Stolen away, and here's Maynard off and running. Lays it in with the high finish with the left hand.
Yeah, nice finish by Elijah Maynard there, certainly opening his Reading Rockets account really well.
Here's McCall, guarded by Pinnock. McCall goes, came off the right side of his hand. You saw it the minute on the release, was going right. Here's Clark, reverses through Maynard to Pinnock. One little slip screen, one screen from Porter, who's a load of space down low. Bit of a mismatch, should just hook this one in with the right, and does.
Yeah, good for Finn Porter to get off and running, and we've got an answer.
No, bro. They've got all the answers, and it's Kendall Gill. That's who I was thinking of, and I just could not put my mind on the first name. Kendall Gill, mid-90s. And there's his namesake, PJ Gill down the lane.
Oh, God, we've got another Gill. Katrina Devereux says Andy Gill was coach in the 90s. Oh, it's disappeared. It came up and then disappeared.
Some of the suggestions will be false.
Yeah. We've got a timeout, Mark.
Right, let's get refocused here now. We've established who Kendall Gill is. Let's dial back in. 33-15. Reading Rockets lead. 7:15 to go in the second quarter. 90. We've been in triple figures on the live stream. Very much big thank yous for everybody who is joining us from across the globe. And if you're watching this back after today, everybody who came to the Valley, we are full. We are full as full can be. There are 2 rows behind the basket. Every seat in the house is taken. The balcony's filling up as well. So massive, massive thank you to the local community for coming out this evening and making this first game a real good one.
Yeah, as I said before, absolutely fantastic to see. And the basketball community in Reading has definitely grown significantly over the last 2 years, especially since the move to Loddon Valley Leisure Centre. And let's just hope that we can keep this up as the season progresses, and have sellouts and full houses and just bring a real buzz to the town. I think that's going to be amazing. Yeah,
if you are somehow catching these the live stream days after and you are in the Reading area, this is the place to be. Loddon Valley, family friendly, loads of kids in the house, loads of things to win. We will load up your children with sugar and send them home on Sunday nights before school. That's what we do.
And don't forget the hot rocket dogs.
Our rocket dogs, and I did not purchase a rocket dog. I didn't pre-order, and my kids are going to be livid. USA Select on the baseline, go cross screen. Gill tries to find a lane, and ends up with Chris Johnson. This is McCall, screen and roll on the short side, and it's kicked, and it goes the other way. And McCall just a little bit frustrated. As I say, he is the guy who can really score for this USA Select team. Went to Flagler in a wonderful part of Florida. And this is where USA extend the defense a bit to try and change this game. Here's Clark to Pinnock. Clark inside to Porter. Trying to go at Johnson, who's got plenty aside. Powell tries to go down the lane, nothing doing. under 3 on the shot clock, has to pull this up, will get this one off, just gets a bit of rim and gets his own rebound. Rockets will get a reset of 14 seconds. Maynard on the right wing, long, cleaned up by Gill, going the other way, and it's ahead to McCall, a little high. Washington Thomas gets that one. Braden Young pulls the trigger from the right wing and gets the 3 to go, and lead at 15 and the pressure ahead. Rockets just beat the press, but this time can't finish, will scoop up their own rebound. 10 on the shot clock, dumped down to Maynard, just takes a dribble, step back, and he is fouled, and he will shoot 2.
Yeah, looks like the Team USA just extending into a 1-2-1-1, slowing the Rockets down a bit and then making them have to play quite quickly in the half court. Rockets have found the latter end of the shot clock, and I think they're going to just need to adjust to that. But Maynard getting fouled will be a positive outcome for the home team.
I was just looking at my team sheet before. It was a make or a miss?
It was a miss.
Makes the second one. Cantu and Williams back into the game for USA Select. Young takes a seat. And Washington Thomas will take a seat as well. Needs to get off the floor.
I think that's a steal from the Rockets there. It is indeed. So a little bit of full court pressure from the Rockets this time, and they managed to turn the ball over.
I'm in the obstructed view seating.
Yes, unfortunately, yeah.
For that part of the court. I'll rely on you to tell me about that. Maynard, pick and roll. Now goes to Pinnock, who tries to turn the corner. Goes to the spin, a lefty finish, and really nice from Reese Pinnock. Here's Gill the other way. He tries to go all the way down the lane and flip with the left. Nothing doing. Maynard off and running. Finds Pinnock. Goes underneath to the right hand. A skying Powell doesn't get that one, but Maynard on the follow, and the Rockets beating the pressure with quick transition.
Yeah, absolutely. And great to see them have such a presence on the offensive glass in transition as well. Great play by the home team.
Gill finds Williams. A long way right, that one. Here goes Powell, tries to look for Clark, a little flick backwards to Porter for the two-handed flush, and the Rockets are out and running, leading this one 40-18.
Everybody likes a slam dunk shot, and Finn Porter serves up the goods.
Here's McCall, goes back to the crossover. This one pulls and just can't get that one to go. Looks like a guy that, if he finds his range, could cause the Rockets some problems. Pinnock goes screen and roll. Porter on the roll, and there's going to be a foul down low.
Good, and it's something that Coach Nurizade really drums into his players in terms of against the switch. The Rockets doing well to find the mismatch inside there.
Xavier Johnson, Isaiah Mason checking back in. Gill and Chris Johnson out. Corner 3 from Mitch Clark, and Fish said he can shoot it and delivers the goods this time.
Yeah, good to see Mitch Clark getting off and running from beyond the arc.
Here's Williams, McCall, long look at this one, doesn't get it to go, and just struggling from the field. And that probably is my fault, because I said that he would be the guy to watch and has struggled since.
Commentators curse, as they say, but you can see he definitely has some talent, and I'm sure he'll, in the second half, bring that.
Low block. Finds McCall against Clark. Gets the screen roll. Lovely spin from McCall and flips with the right hand and nothing doing, and that'll be a shot clock violation.
Yeah, and I think Coach Nurizade just demanding that with under 5 seconds just to switch on that screen and roll there.
Those are those kind of little tweaks that, like you say, you know, you don't recognise until you've been through it, and this is the type of game you want to go through it. Here's Clark with Alexander high screen. They go underneath. Clark pulls the trigger, nothing doing, and skying for the rebound. Lorenzo Elliott, but nothing doing. What a rebound for the youngster.
Yeah, great rebound, but he needed to go up with a little bit more authority there.
McCall goes all the way to the rim.
Through Mitch Clark's chest.
Absolutely flattened in the chest. Here's Clark, who tried to take that charge. Milbank. Now Pinnock. Good screen from Alexander. Should be free on the left wing. Was Elliott. Is not found. And here goes USA Select. And now he's got his eye in for the last one, but doesn't get that one to go. Pinnock. Against Cantu. This is Alexander down low. Pinnock not going to shoot that one. They'll repost. Alexander could just turn and try and put it up with the left and doesn't quite get it to go. And USA Select don't have numbers. Hands off to McCall against Milbank. He's going to flatten them out. Go for, I thought would be a screen. This time finds his teammate Isaiah Mason, who knocks down the 15-footer on the baseline. Pinnock euros his way in against McCall. Easy two with the left.
Yeah, good reply there from Reece Pinnock. Lorenzo Elliott a little bit too keen on and a little bit too late on denying the pass, and easy bucket there for Team USA.
McCall hands off to Cantu. He'll dial his number. Back rims this one. Long rebounds cleared by Harry Milbank. Here's Clark. Screen with Alexander. We'll go re-screen at the top here. Good work by Cantu to get over the top of it. Pinnock on the left. Milbank with the three. Doesn't get it to go. Big rebounds from the Rockets guys.
I think what's really good is that even though Milbank's missed his 3 threes, he's taken some really positive shots.
I'm going to say something controversial too. Good misses, nothing short. It's always been like long misses.
Yeah.
I like that sort of thing.
Absolutely. So good job to Harry Milbank, because he's defending his tail off as well.
Young runs the point for USA Select. High post flash from Mason, who made his last one, and he makes another. Get that guy a touch. 2 for 2 in his last couple of possessions.
Yeah, Rocket's struggling a little bit with the interior defense there.
Under 2 to go in this second quarter, and it's Mitch Clark all the way down the lane with the scoop and finish. Extends the Rockets' lead to 22.
I really think Mitch Clark could be one of the Rockets' standout players this season. I really like his game. I really like his ability to get to the rim, his ability to shoot the ball. I know he's working on his defensive aspect of his game, which you could see at the last possession where he really tried hard to take a charge. So, yeah, nice package for the Australian.
Makes the three the old-fashioned way.
Indeed.
Landon Cantu went to pull up, finds inside, and that'll be an and one. Xavier Johnson, good up fake. Gets Alexander off his feet. Has the chance to make it 3 at the line. Timeout for Reading Rockets, and Team USA just finding their feet a little bit offensively. As you say, Rockets a couple of defensive switch-offs, and this cost them a little bit, but offensively they're still scoring, so the lead stays at 21.
Yes, absolutely, and they have some younger guys in at the minute, and you can see like the Lorenzo Elliott just a little bit naive on that play, just a little head fake. He's up in the air, and it's an easy finish and one. So yeah, there is that. And one of the comments come in: can Samit put Lewis on, please? I think we'd all like to see Lewis, but he's currently on 3 fouls, so I'm sure we will see him in the second half. And just a word on Lewis Champion, Mark, if I may. Another season with the Rockets. He really just epitomises what it is to be a Rockets player. Started with the club at 9 years old, came through the system, and you know, played in the BBL as well, and has come back for the latter part of his career, shall we say. But he's just a fantastic person in and around the club and the community. So yeah, definitely first name on the team sheet type of player.
Yeah, big shout out to Lewis Champion. I've told my kids the story that I used to coach Lewis when he was 10, and they're sick of it now. They're like, all right, Dad, I've heard that story. It's apparently not that cool, but you need
to come up with some new stories, I feel.
No, I haven't got any. So they do love him here at the Valley. True fan favourite. Xavier Johnson at the line. He made the and one. He gets 3 the old-fashioned way, as they say. Just coming up to a minute 30 left in this second quarter. Rockets leading by 20. Elliott on the screen. Good reversal through Alexander. Milbank holds on to that one. That will be a kick. Shot clock reset to 14. Clark and Alexander. Mitch dials his own number. Off to the left, but kept alive. Tapped out with the Rockets. They'll take another 14 seconds off this one. Elliott down low, then kick to Clark. Under 5. Pinnock gets the screen. Will need to fire it up. It's Clark who takes this one. Great work on the boards by Alexander again, just trying to keep that one alive. Here's Young down the lane. A lot of contact and nothing doing. Stays with USA Select.
Yeah, good hustle there by Harry Milbank. Got a deflection out of bounds.
Mason again, who made a couple, nearly made 3. Cleared and a couple of possessions left in this one. Just under 35 to go. Alexander turnover. This will be Landon Cantu in for the 2. Mitch Clark, recently in from Perth, Australia. Experience in the NBL over there. Under 10 on the shot clock. There's about a 2-second difference, game clock, shot clock. Pinnock from the corner. Nails a 3, and it's Cantu from the half. And that's going to be long. Top of the backboard stuff. And we will wrap up this first half of action here in Reading, England, Loddon Valley. USA Select trail 50 to 29. Good first half from both teams.
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously there'll be the Team USA will be looking at trying to defend certain situations a little bit better in the second half. Giving up 50 at half-time will certainly be something they'll look to address. But I think for the Rockets, it's been a relatively solid start. I think Coach Nurizade has seen a lot of things, some very positive, and some things definitely that need to be worked on and grown upon. But yeah, good stuff to start this pre-season campaign. And yeah, I think both teams will go into the locker room positive with some work to do in the second half.
Can't thank everyone enough for joining us on a live stream wherever you are in the world. Glad you get a chance to see your friends and family and loved ones here in England on the tour of the USA Select team. Ben and I will take a short break now, but we'll be back on in about 12 minutes. So if it's time to get a quick refreshment, take 12 minutes. We'll be back on in about 12. See you then. We are back. Loddon Valley Leisure Centre in the heart of West Berkshire. I'm joined by my lovely co-host, Ben Fisher. Ben, good first half we had.
Yeah, very good first half. I think this is a really good opening game for the Rockets to have each year, and I think they kind of know how their opponents are going to play, so that kind of puts them in a little bit of comfort with only a couple of training sessions under their belts. But yeah, some good performances so far, and good to see some sort of glimpses of what hopefully we can expect from the Rockets this season.
Welcome back, everybody, on the live stream. As I say, we took our 12-minute break. We have not managed to secure a Rocket Dog just yet. We are trying.
Yes, I've tried a Deliveroo, but obviously Uber Eats and whoever else, Just Eat, are available. We have to point that, and we haven't said that so far this year. And I'm trying to cut down on my
use of other services or other brands or
are
other,
available. Yes, no, exactly.
But it is true, other delivery services are available. Hopefully we can get it delivered from the corner of the arena. That would be ideal. As I say, Team USA Select trailing in the first half. They're down 29-50. Rockets jumping out to an early lead and have never relinquished that lead since. I think we've seen most of the USA Select roster featured, maybe a handful of people. As I say, I don't have live stats, so I'm getting my quarterly stats and updating everybody. But scoring leaders for USA Select. Landon Cantu has 6. Vaughan McCall has 5. Xavier Johnson 6. Isaiah Mason, who just hit a couple of baseline jumpers, has 4. And for the Rockets, they're led by Elijah Maynard with 12 and Mitch Clark with 10. A couple of people on 9, that's Reese Pinnock and Zach Powell.
Quite a tough task for the Team USA coaches, because they've obviously got quite a few players on the roster, and they've got to get players in. There's lots of different lineups on the court, so it is always tricky in that sense, because I think obviously, you know, the best teams, when they're kind of clicked in, they know like what each other's going to do. So I guess they're kind of still finding each other out a little bit. So it'd be interesting to see how they defend in this second half, having given up 50 in the first half.
Yeah, I think that's probably the area where, you know, of course, rotations and things like that will always be a bit tricky. But I think, you know, teams from the US sort of notorious for the energy on the defensive end. Not sure we've seen it yet from USA Select. But we're back. First possession is with the Rockets. Clark waves off Maynard. High screen with Finn Porter, and it's Maynard on the lift. Tries to hand off with Champion, and they're down to 8 on the shot clock. Clark will go inside against PJ Gill. Turn around jumper. Banks it but doesn't make it. And Aussie Mitch Clark will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, a little Spanish screen action there by the Rockets. Maynard not really making much contact on that back screen, but what I really liked about Mitch Clark was just his recognition of the shot clock and his ability to create even from the mid-block there. And he rewards himself with 2 shots.
Just realised the monitors popped up. Was that there before?
No, that is in addition to the commentary. It's blank, but
listen,
it looks good.
Pre-season. Clark with the first. Goes back to the line for his second. 110 of you joining us on the live stream, including our friends at Nobro. Apparel and clothing specialist, partnering with the Rockets for a 2nd year. Great guys. Go check them out on the web. They've got some pretty unique and good stuff. I'm still yet to order my hoodie, but I will do. That's 16. Xavier Johnson just head down, getting himself to the low block and earning himself a couple of trips to the stripe. Very quick shout out to the guys behind the cameras. What a great live stream to start with. First one out, and multi-angle, multi-camera, being directed. Brilliant start to the season. Well done, guys.
Yep, great to have Ross and his team on board.
Maynard fires ahead to Milbank. This is Mitch Clark. Maynard on the down screen. Lovely bit of action here. Great skip. Loses 2, and that was really nice from
Harry Milbank.
Harry Milbank. Thought he was about to just drop it off with the bouncer, and that was going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Utah, USA now in the house. Jennifer Fredericks checks in. Thanks for joining us all the way from Utah. Kicked out from Gill. Look at the corner 3 himself. Goes all the way inside, and Finn Porter says, "Not today, my friend." Big block on the baseline. Champion the other way. Finds Maynard in the corner, but he is out of bounds. Good spot by the official.
And talking of Maynard, Will Maynard on the stream. Good to see the Loughborough Riders head coach watching.
And yes,
hopefully that is the Loughborough Riders head coach, otherwise I look like an idiot.
Well, who knows? My research hasn't been perfect, but I believe it is. And yeah, coach full house for the first game. Great job by the marketing team and everyone in the local area as Clark goes left and finger roll with the right. Gets the and 1.
Yeah, Mitch Clark really showing his versatility at the beginning of this second half and showing how it's done. And as I say, a real talent to watch out for. There's no doubt about that.
Zach Powell checks back in as Hair Hero Elite says, "Let's do it, McCall." Vaughan McCall struggled a bit in the first half, but certainly looks like he's got a lot in his bag. Mitch Clark makes them from the strike. Rockets lead 57-31. That was Isaiah Mason. Couldn't get the foul line jumper to go. Clark finds Powell. Screens with Porter. Double cross from Powell and gets all the way down low, and Maynard on the lovely slip screen into that kind of mid-post area. Porter can't get the finger roll to go as he tried to flip it over his right shoulder.
Lovely reenactment there from Finn Porter as to what he should have done.
Make the basket.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of handbags, and the foul's called, and we're going the other way. I'm not sure handbags is a term that would translate well either.
No, I'm not sure we can use that anymore, but
oh, sorry.
It's okay. No, all good pre-season, as we say.
Rockets will extend with a bit of token pressure, but then they'll back off. Gill will handle the point guard duties for USA Select. He'll go quick screen and roll with McCall, but he's absolutely hammered by Zach Powell, and this will be a throwdown. A little bit light.
Yes. Also, not sure the most legitimate basket ever.
I think if you hang until it goes in, that's probably illegal.
Yes, it is.
On the baseline, blocked again by Finn Porter. That's his second of the game. This is Isaiah Mason, who's looked good. Doubled this time, can't get it to go. Clark under control with Champion. Thought about the pull-up off the break. Maynard will clear. They'll go screen and roll on this short side. Maynard on the lift. Clark dives, leaves Powell wide open. It's a lovely bit of offense from the Reading Rockets.
Yeah, great ball movement by the Rockets, and Zach Powell showing that work he's been doing during the summer, knocking down the 3-ball.
Gill goes coast to coast, lightning quick. puts in the left-handed layup. Subs in here, 19, Sam Williams checks in. Number 8, Braden Young checks out. Powell goes up top and Spider-Man catches that one.
Well, what an awful pass from the champion, but Zach Powell with some acrobatics in the air to score.
McCall down the lane, takes the contact and finishes. Champion not very on balance, but makes it anyway. And like that one did Lewis Champion.
Yes, LJC with the 3-ball there. I probably was a bit harsh on the pass because I couldn't have made that pass, but he's made up for it with the cashing from the promised land.
Yeah, like that when he watches it back. Here's McCall, made his last one at the rim. Goes to a couple of crossovers, pull up, and nothing doing. It says it was tipped. Hard to tell.
Yes, midway through this third quarter, a timeout has been called by Team USA Select. The Rockets with a 32-point advantage.
Yeah, they've come out well in this second quarter, and Team USA Select just struggling to find the pace of it for now. Plenty of ticks left in this one. 5:41 to go in this third quarter. Plenty of time to share the stream with your friends and get some more people on here to see the first action of this 2023-2024 season.
Absolutely, and it'd be good if any Rockets fans are indeed tuning in from home. Who are you most looking forward to seeing in action this season?
Just seeing our photographer carry around a disposable camera.
Indeed, yes. I think they're still in, as they say.
Who develops the film these days?
Kodak.
I'm not sure that's correct.
Is it? It used to be Boots the chemist.
That's what I thought. Boots would do it.
Yeah. I remember going there, and not that I had many photos to develop, to be honest, but I do remember back in the day. It's showing how old we are. I'm nearly 40, so.
Yeah. Fact, we're both in our 30s.
Yes, we are.
So, back to the action. Regroup here from Team USA Select. They've got a bit of work to do to get themselves back in this one. As Fish said, home team Reading Rockets lead this one by 32 at the minute.
Christian Alexander's come back into the game for the Rockets, so that'll be good to see how he does in this spell.
What's Christian Alexander's background? Clark hands off with Elijah Maynard back in this third quarter action. Champion will go screen and roll with McCall. Pulls his own trigger this time and makes another 3. Good shot by Lewis Champion.
Yeah, Lewis Champion certainly hotting up in this second half. Obviously on 3 fouls in the first half, so couldn't quite get going, but good shooting from the Rockets stalwart.
Yeah, uses the pick and roll really effectively. McCall turns the corner. He's fouled by Alexander. We'll get all the way down for the finish, but that one will be on the floor. Sideline with USA Select. Good up fake and finish, and that's good work down low by Xavier Johnson. Uber Eats has arrived.
Well, yes, it appears we've had a delivery. Incredible.
Make sure the director does not cut to us eating hot dogs.
Well, I'm having my salad. I don't know what you're talking about.
There's actually a pretty famous shot online, because I put it there, of me chowing down a hot dog in Nottingham, and it got caught on the live stream.
Excellent.
Here's Maynard from behind 3. A lot of contact on that one, and it's called here by the official. I don't know how to do how do you do 14? Fist and fall.
Yes, indeed, yeah. Oh dear.
I think we might have been sniped with our hot dogs.
Yes.
As I say, if you're unfamiliar with the USA Select Tour and how that works, these are ex-professional, ex-college athletes currently out of contract. The tour gives them a load of exposure. They'll play a bunch of games here in the UK. Do they go elsewhere, or is it just the UK?
I think they do take a trip into Europe as well.
Trip into Europe as well, so maximum exposure for these guys. Lots of coaches will visit these venues, probably a couple in the house tonight, to be honest, just checking out who may be available. So really good exposure for this group, and hopefully we'll be able to give them some good footage from this evening too, which is also pretty crucial while trying to secure the next contract. But as Fish said in the beginning of the broadcast, really good friends of the Rockets. Team USA Select have been visiting for years, even when I was a nipper and playing.
And that was a long time ago.
Yes, it was. Thanks, mate. Here's Williams. McCall, who's been defended well by Powell all evening. 5 on the shot clock. This one's going to have to be rushed. Pull up going left, and it's halfway down, and Champion tried to pull that one in. Bit of contact from Chris Johnson. Need a bit of a floor wipe before this one gets back underway. The guys are on it, getting that one tidied up. Mitch Clark into Zach Powell on that left wing. Good stuff from Clark, who wanted to come back to Maynard. Champion turns a corner, a little shovel to Powell, who goes up and under with a lefty finish, and very nice again from the Rockets. Great connection from Champion and Powell.
Yeah, good flow with the Rockets offense there. A little bit of pick and roll continuity, and Champion has really come alive in this third quarter.
Yeah, many moons ago when Lewis was in his first spell with the Rockets, I remember him improving vastly under the tutelage of coach Samit Narazadeh. So good to see these guys linked back up again. I'm sure Champion will continue to flourish. Yeah,
but with Coach Titmus also in the coaching ranks again this year as the performance coach, I think the Rockets have almost like a dream team.
McCall down low, a lot of contact and no foul called. Probably should have been given. Powell tries to go up top with the left-handed stuff. That one doesn't go, but it's fair to say that Zach Powell is a above-average athlete.
Yes, I guess you could put him in that category, but yeah, I've said already in the commentary, Zach has been around in Reading over the summer, and has been working really, really hard on his game, and I think you can definitely see some improvements from him.
Definitely.
And a really important piece of this Rockets roster this year.
Obviously, very early doors. I think you and I have been guilty of this many the seasons we've been doing this, where you can always get a bit ahead of yourself in pre-season. It takes some time, doesn't it, for other teams to find their groove, Reading to find their groove. So we'll take everything on face value, won't read too much into it.
I think it's good for Coach Narazadeh to have a little bit of continuity in terms of his roster this year. A lot of changes last year, and Rockets starting the Division 1 season 0-5, so I think they'll be looking to do that a little bit better this year.
That's Washington Thomas gets that one to go. Definitely the backcourt very helpful for Reading. The Pinnocks, the Powells, gets inside again, and Zach Powell off the dribble has been very good, and Maynard just shorts that one. Vaughan McCall off and running.
Powell's decision making has been a lot better for sure.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things, isn't it, where as you come through the different levels of coaching here in the UK, kind of depends where you've been and where you're from and who you've been with, and to get to senior level takes some time to bed in and to like really understand what it's like at this level. As Lorenzo Elliott checks back in for Elijah Maynard.
First one good there for Team USA. Two from two.
McCall makes a pair. Thanks, Fish. Powell and Pinnock with Champion in the backcourt. Lorenzo Elliott needs to leave that one. Alexander down the lane just barrels McCall out of the way. He's taken a bit of a thump on that one. Brendan Young goes in for the layup. Here's Champion on that left wing. Tries to find Elliott, saved by Pinnock. Williams will come up with it, fire one ahead, good catch from Young. Goes with the left hand and can't get it to go.
Champion will pick up foul number 4, I believe.
I think we'll see Champion take a seat. Interesting one for the, for the young players out there. Elliott's overplayed, but in the flow of the offense wants to stay there because he wants to, run the offense. What do you think he does there? Does he have to just back cut and move on, or is it something different?
I think so, because I think, just needs to be playing basketball, and obviously if you're overplayed, the general thing is to back cut and somebody else fill. So I think that he was very nervous heading into this game and didn't want to make the mistakes, and has not played with this group before. So, but credit to the Rockets and to Coach Nurizadeh for keeping him out on the court, playing him and giving him experience. And I think that's awesome.
Absolutely. Young misses the second. Out of bounds, and will go with the Rockets. Harry Milbank checks in, Zach Powell sits. Champion stays out on the floor on 4 fouls. 2:32?
I think so, yeah.
Restricted view seating. Behind the pillar.
Yes.
Here is Pinnock with Alexander. Milbank back cut. Champion rejects the screen, finds Milbank in the corner, nothing doing. Shot clock at 7. Pinnock goes to the double cross all the way down the lane. Finds Elliott, has to put that one up. Will go on his own dribble. Nice shot from the youngster, doesn't get that one to go. Washington Thomas going the other way. Here's Young in the corner. He's made a couple in the first half. Landon Cantu in this second half. Williams finds Young. He'll go all the way down the lane and defended well, but held with the near hand. And Brendan Young will go to the line for 2.
Yep, Lorenzo Elliott certainly getting some valuable experience out there at both ends of the floor.
Rockets lead by 34, just under 2 to play in this third quarter. Washington Thomas takes a seat. At 11, Justin Johnson checks in.
So looking forward to the upcoming Kit King Trophy, Mark?
Yeah, I actually didn't look too much. I did see the groups come out, or the early fixtures. Remind me of the Rockets fixtures.
Oh, you've put me on the spot there. Well, we entertain Worthing Thunder in a couple of weeks' time here at the Valley. That'll be the first official game, as it were. And it's Brighton Bears away from home.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just going to let you carry on.
Under 5 here. Alexander misses. But yeah, go back to Kit King. So it's Worthing Thunder, Brighton Bears. Is that the little pool of 3?
It's a pool of 4, but I can't remember the fourth team. So that's really good.
So we'll move on from the Kit King trophy. But no, really, that is actually, to be fair, a very good early season tournament. The Kit King trophy gives a real element of a... that's hit the shot clock, should be out of bounds. A real element of a competitive kind of environment early in the season. As Landon Cantu misses that one. Pinnock starts running. Milbank fills the corner. They'll hand off to Champion. 16 on the shot clock.
I have now rectified my...
Elliott in the corner. Makes a 3, and that one will please the Rockets faithful and Coach Fisher.
Oh, it did indeed. Great to see Lorenzo knocking down the 3 ball from the right corner. And who cares about the 4th team in the Kit King trophy?
How old is Lorenzo now? 15 or 16?
16, yeah.
Just will have turned 16 recently.
Indeed. And incidentally, it's Barking Abbey as the 4th team in the Kit King trophy pool.
Ah, very good. Pinnock, who's held for the last shot here. No shot clock. Elliott gets that one blocked. He'll go inside for the dunk himself. Doesn't get it to go, but flips it up and he'll beat the buzzer for 2.
Fantastic, and what a great ending to the 3rd quarter for Lorenzo Elliott. 16 years of age, knocking down the 3, taking it to the rack, getting a rebound, putting it on the buzzer. And once again, credit to Coach Nurizadeh for keeping faith and keeping the young man in.
Some good discussions going on in front of us. Animated discussions. Friendly, I think.
Yes.
Are you the game day official? What are you?
Game day delegate.
Yeah. Are you? Do you remain the game day delegate?
I don't know. I don't know. Some contractual issues over that one, I think.
Renegotiating.
Yeah. I'm obviously quite a demanding person, as you know.
Yeah.
So, yes, if I do have to leave my seat and control Bailey the Boom Tunstall or the opposing coaches, I think he's probably asking Charlie where he's going for dinner this evening. Possibly.
End of the 3rd quarter here as we just get some stats. Fish, I'll let you though mill that over a little bit. Or do you want me to mill it over a little bit?
No, I'm quite happy to, because Zach Powell is leading all scorers in the game with 21 points personal, and I've been really impressed with his outing this evening. Mitch Clark has 17 and Elijah Maynard 15. That's really good to see. All the Rockets have scored, apart from Harry Milbank, but again, he's defended really well. And he's only he's still positive in the plus-minus. Xavier Johnson has 11 points personal for Team USA. Vaughan McCall with 9. And Braden Young with 8. Rockets with their biggest lead of the game during that quarter of 40, 78-38. And they are also winning the Battle of the Boards 38-22 mark.
That is often where my eyes go to in games, see what the rebounding looks like, can usually tell the story. As you say, Rockets at 83 through 3 quarters, so high scoring output for the Rockets. We'll get back to the action. And it's Cantu who gets us going for USA Select. Justin Johnson just mishandles that one. Williams on the rebound. Cantu, who made a couple in the first half, is off right. Good boards, and that one will stay here with USA Select on the baseline.
Yep, 3.5 seconds on the shot clock for Team USA.
Something quick needed to go. Champion tries to take the charge, gets front rim, will get up and get that one and USA selector a man down. Here's Porter through the middle, goes Euro, gets tipped onto the backboard, but
I think he got hacked.
Wow, maybe. Cantu on the pull-up from the elbow. Nice from Landon Cantu. Here is Champion. Finds Maynard. Handoff here with Milbank. Good kick, but not handled well by Champion. Gets himself to the foul line, kicks to Milbank, who I think wanted to shoot that. I think Champion wants him to shoot it, but couldn't quite get the handle on that one.
Yeah, I think probably the wrong look as well. I think Champion did have a little bit of space to sort of stop and pop, but nevertheless, Rockets still with a healthy lead. Porter rebounding for the Rockets there. Champion likes that right wing.
This time all the way down the lane with the scoop.
Yeah, much better from Lewis Champion.
As we say, about 8.5 to go here in this fourth quarter. That was Isaiah Mason, who's been good in this game, but couldn't get the finish this time. Pinnock tries to get the finish and followed by Porter, but that will go the other way. Bit of interference with the backboard, is that?
Yes, I think that probably was a goaltend. We'd have to watch it again. Did it have a chance of going in?
That's kicked ahead. Xavier Johnson will put that one home. Champion still on these 4 fouls running the show, goes handoff with Maynard into this kind of continuity again. That's the one he needs to make. Oh, I knew he would as well.
Absolutely.
Trying to get all Rockets scorers on the score sheet. That'd make sense. All Rockets players on the score sheet. Timeout here. I think probably a discussion, Team USA. They'll stay stood up to discuss this one.
So, yeah, if we talk about the upcoming games, Mark.
Yeah, let's do it.
Saturday, the 16th of September, the Rockets entertain Worthing Thunder here. 2 o'clock tip. It's an afternoon one.
Oh, wow.
So, hope that fits in with your plans.
Is it a Saturday or a Sunday?
It is a Saturday, yes.
A Saturday at 2?
I believe so. I believe so. Let me check. Oh, it
wild.
is. Yes,
Our
absolutely.
director confirms it definitely is.
Yes, and then the Rockets are away to Brighton Bears on the 23rd of September. That's a 2:30 tip-off before...
What division of Brighton Bears?
Division 2.
Division 2 Brighton Bears.
Absolutely.
Historic franchise.
Indeed, very much so. Nick Nurse was a prevalent coach with the Brighton Bears.
Yeah.
Before his championship in the NBA with the Toronto Raptors. So, yes. And then they round that off with hosting Barking Abbey on Sunday the 24th of September. That's a 4 o'clock tip-off. And that will be Rockets' usual slot for their home games this year.
4 o'clock. Fantastic. That's really good, actually. We're getting to...
Well, I say that.
It
could change.
Yeah,
I'm hoping. I can see a lot of 1600 hours.
Followed by TBC. Champion, little stutter into that one. Couldn't get his feet set, and Maynard tries to get a hand on it and does. This is for Landon Cantu, who's made a couple, and he's blocked by Pinnock. Word has not spread across the pond about Rhys Pinnock being one of the elite defenders in the UK.
Yeah, it doesn't normally block shots from out there. It's normally on the backboard.
Yeah, chase down blocks is
his speciality.
His speciality, yeah. That was Isaiah Mason, who I said made a couple at the end of the first half. Hasn't really got going in this second. Maynard, handoff and quick shovel to Champion. He'll go all the way down, doesn't get the finish, and feels like there was some contact. Tries to dive in. I thought we were about to see the exit of Lewis Champion there.
Yes.
This is Johnson. Kick to Williams, defended well by Harry Milbank. A lot of contact, nothing doing. Going the other way. Milbank kicks ahead to Pinnock. Finds Maynard. Back with Champion. Pinnock screen and roll with Porter. One-on-one with Cantu. Will have to hurry. 5 on the shot clock. Goes to the cross all the way down and finished.
Nice job, Rhys Pinnock. Really composed there and a nice move to get to the rack. And one, as they say.
A few more discussions with the officials. And number 19, Sam Williams, a little bit unhappy.
Yes. Understandable.
Why? Because it was Charlie's call.
Possibly, yes. Some of the calls may be false.
Apparently so. This is PJ Gill. Lots of noise here, and Pinnock, as I say, a bit of an elite defender. Tries to go up top for the dunk, lays that one in. Gill, who is lightning quick, goes to the left hand. Doesn't get it to go, but that guy has got some wheels on him. Kick to Pinnock. Up fake. Clark right back in the game with a 3.
Yes, sir. Mitch Clark.
That was not a good accent.
No,
Your accents are usually tremendous.
Yeah, the Australian one, not so good. So.
Yeah. A lot of contact again down there. No whistles. I can sort of somewhat see the frustration from USA, and then we get a touch foul on the 3.
Pre-season for everybody, let's not forget.
Yeah, look, I'm not judging anyone.
So Christian Alexander and Zach Powell checking back into the game for the Rockets. And it will be Rhys Pinnock and Finn Porter sitting down. Nice minutes there from both players, especially Pinnock. And it's going to be a baseline out of bounds for Team USA. Not quite sure why.
Haven't quite understood that. Young finds a lane, will go with the left. Doesn't get it to go. Plenty of people open. Fine down low. Good finish again from Xavier Johnson. Just about to be halfway done in this 4th quarter of action. Team USA Select trailing the Rockets big at the minute. Powell tries to pull up, and there's a hand in there from PJ Gill. Going to shoot 2. Gill's second foul. And Zach Power, who I think you said leading all scorers, is back to the line.
Certainly was at the end of the 3rd quarter, 21 points personal.
Stick another 1 on his total. Gets a pair from the stripe. Powell just extending here for the Rockets. Again, another good perimeter defender. Hounding Gill all the way. Doesn't get that finish. Gill looks a bit of a tricky customer, though. I like some of his minutes tonight. Here's Clark. Alexander trying to hand off with Champion, and does. Champion looking for some help. A lot of contact on that screen. Finds Maynard. No good, and that should be a Rockets ball. Ooh. Ooh. And a bench warning here.
Oof. Pre-season bench warning. Whatever next.
Vigorous. Inside, a good help from Clark. Under 5 here in this 4th quarter. Thank you to everybody who's joined us on the live stream, especially if you've joined in odd time zones, and don't think this would fit well for Perth, because I think it's about 4 o'clock in the morning in Perth, so no good for them. But everybody else, thank you again for joining us. Powell with the hands in there and gets a rip. Alexander tried to go long for the highlight dunk, but nothing doing this time. Corners on, really nice finish there from, that was McCall, Vaughan McCall, sorry. Change in mid-air, puts that one in with the lovely up and under finish. Will go to the stripe to complete the three-point play. And he does. Here's Clark. Waving off Champion. We'll just go screen and roll with Alexander. Finds Champion in the corner. He's wide open. Not this time. Some hands from Powell, and it stays with Team USA.
Yep, just under 3 minutes and 40 left in the game. Pull-up jumper, no good. Zach Powell lively on the rebound. Is Mitch Clark to Champion to Maynard, who turns the ball over.
McCall the other way, bouncer. Smashed on the backboard by Christian Alexander with a thunderous block.
What a great word, thunderous.
Clark slows things down. In the hands of Powell. Go into a couple of crossovers, step back, Powell halfway down, but nothing doing. That's Isaiah Mason on the board, good rebound from him. Inside, that's going to be a foul this time. That's Xavier Johnson, who's done his fair share of work down there low.
Well, there we go. McDonald's or Burger King.
Good conversation. What a lovely conversation. I don't know if the camera team caught it. There's a lot of communicating going on down here. Lewis Champion, 4 fouls. Did his best to get out of the preseason game early. Didn't want all the extra ticks.
Then he thought, might as well play a bit in the third.
Yeah, fine. I'll play a little bit. Sometimes I wish we had one of those, like you know, when the player on the field or court has the earpiece to us. Cricket's a good one for that.
Oh, that would be phenomenal. Yeah.
We could be talking to him now. Xavier Johnson checks out. Still here from USA Select, and then tapped out by Maynard, ahead to Champion. Try to get some contact. Will dribble this one out, I think, to try and find Maynard. Does. 2:40 to go here. 12 on the shot clock. Here's Powell through Alexander. Clark with the good timing off the ball. Really high from Champion. Annoyed it himself with that one. Right look, wrong delivery.
Yeah, needs to work on these passing fundamentals for sure. Definitely not the chest pass.
Fair enough. Old school knowledge, me. Here's Gill, tries to spin on Powell. He'll turn the corner on Maynard and should get 2, and does.
Yeah, a couple of lapses for the Rockets, looking a little bit fatigued. I think this only a couple of practices into the pre-season, maybe showing a bit.
Trying to drop one down there to Alexander. Broken up by USA Select. Gill again going the other way, who I say is can really go. Great rebound there by 14. That's Chris Johnson, who is a pretty big body. Clark slows things down. Under 2 now.
Sure, the Rockets fans will be hoping for 100.
Yeah, they love 100 here. Maynard to Champion. Rockets 95 currently. Powell all the way down low and will force his way in, and very impressive opening outing from Zach Powell.
Zach Powell stole it. I think we were all shocked and just caressed it home for two. Didn't even dunk.
Zach Powell.
You were astonished by that commentary. You just fell silent. It's all happening here. We've now got the CEO standing in front of us as well. Mark's eating a hot dog, and the game's still going. It's still live. It's still 1 minute and 12 seconds left. What's going on?
Director of Basketball Matt Johnson in the house. We're discussing possible MVP candidates. Thinking
Zach Powell.
Zach Powell might be a good choice.
Definitely up there. Had a really good game.
Clark from the wing. Not this time. Young on the board. And we need to wipe the floor.
So just a little bit of a wet patch on the floor that our esteemed floor wipers, our helpers. We've got Gregor Carrigan and Woody Byrne out there helping us as Harry Milbank is coming back in for this final minute. Lewis Champion with a real positive second half, Mark, I thought.
Yeah, you know, obviously little tough to get going when it's you pick up 3 early fouls. Just going back to the live stream, Josh Bunker would drop 50. I don't know who that is.
A former Rockets junior player.
Ah, there we go. Apologies if I should know. I do not.
No problem.
Offensive foul called. 40 seconds to go. As I say, this is the place to catch Reading Rockets basketball. This is our first outing out, and very impressed by everybody. Marketing team have done a fantastic job. Place is full. Video team have been great. In-house crew. James and Bailey is smashing it already. So super impressive first outing from everybody who's not on the court. Really good with 10 on the shot clock. Powell again finds Clark. Milbank on the rebound.
Yeah, the biggest cheer
and
of the night.
And it brings up the 100.
100's up. Harry Milbank scores. All Rockets players score. And Charlie Haynes making a call from the opposing half.
It was the right call.
It was. He has incredible vision.
Yeah. He just may have needed to make it closer than 75 feet away. I'm just ribbing him. Charlie, phenomenal job by him too. As you say, stepping in last minute. There is a refereeing conference.
Yes, the National Officiating Conference this week. This weekend, rather.
Oh, it's a rocket. I have communicated who I believe we think is today's MVP, but Fish, why don't you go into who you think today's MVP is?
Yeah, I'm going to say Zach Powell. I think he's done a fantastic job. Obviously, he's scoring well, but he's defended hard, and I think just credit to him from this summer's work, and hopefully some glimpses of stuff to come this season.
There you have it. Final here in Loddon Valley is 101-62. Reading Rockets win big over the USA Select Touring team. As I say, Sean and the crew, big friends of the Rockets, so great to have them over for the tour. I've mentioned it several times, I won't go into it again, but good luck to them on the rest of their tour. And good luck to all of the players in their pursuit of their dreams and journey. So genuinely best of luck. Thank you to all the families and friends for checking in during the live stream. We've had a great time so far. I think that the plan now is we go to the middle. There'll be some thanking of the crowd, and then we'll announce Zach Powell. And whether my instruction to have him sent over for an interview will be followed, I don't know. But we'll hold tight until that happens.
Indeed, and yeah, I'd just like to echo your sentiments and say a big thank you to Team USA Select for coming over and working with our young players and obviously playing against us in this first pre-season game. Thanks very much indeed to Sean Kilmartin and all that he does for us. So all the best to them. But congratulations to the Rockets, a nice first outing for them. And I think some really good things shown by the home team this evening, and hopefully of things to come. And I think that Coach Nurizadeh may be looking to add 1 or 2 more to his roster before the season starts, but let us see.
As Zach Powell is just announced as the MVP here tonight. 27 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Stuffed the stat sheet, as they say.
Certainly did, and very worthy MVP of this particular game, and I'm sure he'll be hoping that he will get a few more of those during the season.
As I say, we'll sit tight for 30 seconds or so, see if Zach does come over for an interview. I think that will be the plan in future.
Oh, absolutely.
It finishes in the middle, they come over to us, we interview,
yeah,
and that'll be fantastic.
But you know what they say, all the best laid plans.
They do say that.
I mean, if there isn't a plan, then we haven't got a hope, but anyway.
True story. So this one wraps up 101 to 62. Thank you to everybody who joined. Thank you to all the sponsors who I didn't mention very well this evening, but that is coming. This is our trial run, but we will be talking much more in our sponsor highlight parts of the show. Things are gonna get even better. Full house. Well done to you, local community, for getting down here and smashing it for the first one of the year. I see no sign of Zach Powell, so I think we sign off.
Indeed, yeah, I think we do, and I just want to say a special mention to Harry Milback and Lorenzo Elliott, making their debuts for the Reading Rockets this evening at 16 and 18 years of age. It's been brilliant to see them on the main stage, and I really hope that they can feature during this season, and I know they've got very bright futures ahead of them.
Totally agree, my friend, and it is a testament to the hard work that you and many of the other coaching staff do with these young players, and great to see them getting meaningful minutes in proper games. So we'll leave this one. Stream brought to you today by Here to Stream the TV Academy. Just seen that pop up, amazing. We will speak to everybody soon. Keep an eye on the socials, at Reading Rockets, at Rockets Reading, on pretty much every social platform for the next game. From me, from Fish, thanks for joining us, and we will speak to you soon.